National Guard's going to be in Sauk County today helping people whose homes are in danger from a rising Baraboo River.
With the Badger football home opener tonight and the taste of Madison all weekend long, city engineers are watching the radar and water levels across the isthmus. Here's Charlotte.
He makes fun of me for eating kale all the time in my smoothies. He's a secret kale lover. And he has socks. Kale's on everything these days, even socks.
This is News 3 This Morning.
So we should make it very clear that I think that evidence was planted by Adam's former co-anchor, Charlotte DeLeste, because he is not a kale fan.
How about a kale smoothie to balance out the donut?
So I have 3 older sisters, and between the 2 of you and Charlotte, you are like my 3 younger sisters.
There you go.
So she likes to tease me.
She does, and about the Cardinals apparently as well.
Yes.
Sporting that hat.
See that hat she was wearing?
Yeah.
It was hard to miss it. It was rather large on her head.
By the way, welcome, and thanks for joining us. It is Friday, August 31st, last day of the month. Last day, our friend Adam is here on the desk with us today, but the first day for the Badgers playing.
Home opener.
Yeah.
Day today, yeah. Football season begins, and it looks like the weather actually is going to cooperate for the game. There is some rain in the forecast, and it's an alert day today, mainly for the overnight hours into Saturday for the potential for strong to severe thunderstorms, as well as heavy rain across southern Wisconsin. Take a live look this morning, though. Beautiful sunrise here on the west side of town. Skies are mostly clear here at the station. 58 degrees in Madison. Our dew point is 54. Sunrise 6:21 this morning. Temperatures across the region are generally in the upper 50s. A few spots still in the 60s to the west, with a bit more cloud cover from Platteville over to Prairie du Chien. Our forecast today, though, has highs in the upper 70s with south winds, so it is going to be breezy. Chances for rain here in Madison really start after midnight tonight. So if you are headed to the Badger game,
that's good
looking
news.
pretty good. It will be mild, though. Temperatures will be in the 70s. Let's take a look at your traffic maps this morning. Still reporting a vehicle fire on the interstate. This is south of Madison near the exit for County Highway N. No delays showing up right now, but be aware of that. That's on the westbound lanes. Otherwise, here in Madison, just a few brake lights showing up on the Beltline at Stoughton Road. Otherwise, those closures still in effect in the Isthmus area due to flooding on the road.
All the flooding, all the traffic, all the construction.
I sound like a broken record with all these chances for
Yeah.
rain coming.
Yeah, hopefully.
Stay safe.
Yeah, thank you. Good
You're
advice.
welcome.
6:02 right now, and we start this hour in Sauk County, where, as Hattie mentioned, there is more rain expected tonight and into tomorrow. There are at least 25 people out of their homes across the county this morning. The towns of Rock Springs and North Freedom are seeing 10 to 20 feet of water overflowing from the Baraboo River. The images are just insane out of there. The National Guard will be back in North Freedom today, filling sandbags for people threatened by the rising water. Many areas are inaccessible, and as you could see there, others are already submerged.
So you look at the video there and you understand why there needs to be a disaster relief fund that is now in effect to help those people who live up in Sauk County. It's been set up by the Greater Sauk Community Foundation. It's going to be taking in monetary donations for victims, no charge for this service, so everything raised is going to go directly toward flood victims. You can donate by visiting Greater Sauk County CF. That is Greater Sauk County CF, all one word, .org.
Governor Scott Walker will be talking about flooding in Sauk County, speaking from the Baraboo City Hall later today. The governor was in Fond du Lac County yesterday to tour damage there. The National Weather Service now says 15 confirmed tornadoes touched down Tuesday across the state. The most powerful was an EF2 tornado in Brownsville. That is about 13 miles south of Fond du Lac in Dodge County.
Public's being asked to stay away from one of the more popular Dane County parks today because of flooding damage. We're talking about the Pheasant Branch Conservancy. It was completely destroyed when flooding came through, filled that entire area a couple of weeks ago. The water tore out trees out of the ground, ripped off railings from bridges. Over 250 trees were lost in the Conservancy, and of course there's no way to quickly replace trees. City of Middleton estimates the damage to the Conservancy was about $2.5 million. They're hoping to get some of that money from the city, the county, grants, and potentially federal emergency aid. Now, crews who worked down south after Hurricane Katrina are in the Conservancy this week pulling out those downed trees so they don't dam up the river.
There are chances of rain across southern Wisconsin really throughout the next week on and off, so the concerns over flooding on the isthmus are also not over. In an effort to keep water levels down on Lake Mendota, city engineers have been opening up the Tenney Dam, and Mayor Paul Soglin says that may need to continue. Releasing water from the dam means higher levels in the Yahara and flooding on the Near East Side. Mayor Soglin says roads like East Washington and First Street will likely have lane closures, and parts of East Livingston will be shut down as well.
So there are going to be slow no wake rules in effect for most of the lakes and rivers in southern Wisconsin over the holiday weekend. Columbia County Emergency Management was the last county to actually put one on just yesterday on the Wisconsin River from the Highway 33 bridge in Portage over to Lake Wisconsin. Slow no wake orders are also in place for Swan Lake and the Fox River. In Dane County, those orders are in place for Lakes Mendota, Monona, Waubesa, and Kegonsa. Rock County put one in effect for the Rock River. Also, as a result of all this rain, all this flooding, many boat launches throughout southern Wisconsin are already closed as well. Road work around the state should be wrapping up this morning, though, to try to help out with that Labor Day weekend traffic. The DOT says in addition to lots of cars and drivers on the road, drivers need to be extra cautious because of that heavy flooding around the state. Still a number of state highways closed. People are being warned not to drive around barricades or through standing water. At least 7 counties right now have road closures. For the latest information, you can always download the Channel 3000 First Alert Weather and Traffic app. It is free on any phone or tablet. The DOT expects the busiest driving times this weekend to start today at noon, go until 8 o'clock tonight, and then that same time frame on Monday.
So traffic on Badger game day is always an issue, but with the flooding and construction that made move-in days more difficult this week, it's likely to make getting to Camp Randall challenging tonight. UW police say that drivers could need an extra hour to get to the game. There's the flooding on the east side of the isthmus we just mentioned, and then of course Monroe Street is down to 1 lane heading in from the west. That means you'll have to weave through neighborhoods potentially, or at least find another route to go back home after the game. We do have helpful links for planning your drive over on channel3000.com. And along with travel issues, university police are well aware that a night game gives students the entire day to tailgate.
Later kickoff tonight, it's 8 p.m. kickoff, and the holiday weekend has officers looking out for even more heavy drinking. Christina Laurie's live at Camp Randall this morning. It's a lot quieter this morning than it's going to be later on tonight. Good morning, Christina.
Good morning, Adam and Danica. University police say they're expecting the trifecta of chaos ahead of tonight's game. It's a night game, as you said. It falls on a holiday weekend, and it's the Badgers' home opener. University police say they understand fans and students are going to drink. They just ask them to do so legally and responsibly. They say they won't be walking around with breathalyzers testing every fan at tonight's game, but if they do notice a fan appearing drunk, they won't hesitate to test them and fine them.
We interact with people when they draw attention to themselves, when they're doing something they shouldn't be doing, and then we come to find out that alcohol is likely involved. So just keeping yourself in check and doing so legally and responsibly.
Your season tickets could also be revoked if you're caught in a serious enough drinking offense. University police work with the Dean of Students and Athletic Department to enforce that. There are also shuttles that are operating starting at 6 o'clock tonight to get Badger fans safely to and from the game if you are planning on drinking. And just a reminder, with the rain in tonight's forecast, no umbrellas are allowed inside the stadium, and all belongings that you bring must fit inside these a clear plastic bag no larger than this, 12 inches by 12 inches. So, Adam, bad news for you. If you plan on going to tonight's game, can't bring your normal purse.
My man purse is out, apparently, Christina.
Nice, Christina.
Well played. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
6:08 right now, and Will has a pretty intense preview this morning. It's based on a true story of a former Nazi soldier who escapes prosecution and the efforts to capture and actually try him for his crimes.
Before that, though, Badger fans are going to want to have that poncho at Camp Randall tonight. You can't bring the man purse, though. You got to have that clear purse. Hattie's going to let us know when to expect the rain when News 3 this morning continues.
Good morning from the Hattie-O patio. A beautiful start this morning. We don't have any rain in the area, which is good news, and it looks like the rain is going to stay away through most of the day today. Now, it still is an alert day, though, for tonight into Saturday. There is the risk for strong to severe thunderstorms, as well as the potential for some very heavy rain across parts of southern Wisconsin. The National Weather Service has issued a flash flood watch for parts of the area. This is mainly north of Dane County, so Sauk, Columbia, Dodge, Marquette, and Green Lake counties all under this flash flood watch. It starts at 10 o'clock tonight and goes through 7 p.m. on Saturday. Now take a look at the precipitation potential. Starting tonight at 8 o'clock. I picked 8 o'clock because that's when the Badgers start to play. No rain really across the area. There's an isolated threat for a shower here or there this afternoon into this evening, but most areas are going to stay dry. And in fact, the rain chances really don't increase until after midnight for us here across southern Wisconsin. So it will be wet to start your Saturday morning. There may be a little bit of a break in the morning and then another round of showers and thunderstorms possible later Saturday into early Sunday. Looks like a pretty widespread 1 to 2 inch rainfall total for southern Wisconsin, but there could be some isolated higher amounts, especially in the far southern part of the state. Now, as far as severe weather risk, there is a slight risk for severe weather for areas west of Madison late today into tonight. The main threats, I think, would be damaging winds as these showers and thunderstorms move through. Doppler track, though, as I mentioned, very quiet right now. There is a cluster of showers and thunderstorms off to the west in Iowa. They are expected to remain to our south through most of the day today. We're watching further to the north and west in the northern plains near Bismarck and in parts of North Dakota, where some showers and thunderstorms are developing at this hour. There are temperatures in the 50s to around 70 degrees in the area this morning. With cloud cover to the west, temps are closer to 70. Here in southern Wisconsin, we actually have clear skies in many locations, so temperatures have dropped back into the 50s. Speaking of the 50s, dew points have been in the 50s for the last couple of days, and it's been beautiful. Today that changes. Dew points are going to climb this afternoon, and as they approach 70 degrees, it's definitely going to feel more uncomfortable. Future track will show you an increase in the clouds through the morning. Mostly cloudy skies this afternoon with highs in the mid to upper 70s. Again, small chances for rain later today, but most areas will likely stay dry through the evening. After midnight, showers and thunderstorms begin to roll through the area and then continue on and off on Saturday. Here's a look at your extended forecast then. We have temperatures that will climb back into the 80s heading into the upcoming holiday weekend. It will be humid around here, but chances for rain are in the forecast each day, even as we head into next week. Now let's get a look at your first alert traffic this morning with Jason Ryan. Good morning, Jason.
Good morning. Looking across the Beltline, there's no accidents or any other delays to hold you up on your commute this Badger Friday morning. Everything is clear in both directions. Looking around Dane County, the interstate and most of the highways are clear. Highway 14 still closed off from just outside Cross Plains to Mazomanie due to flooding, and to the north Highway 22 from Highway 60 to Highway 16. Downtown is clear, but be aware of stage and vendor setup for the Taste of Madison this weekend. Capitol Square will be shut down as crews prepare for the unofficial end of summer party. Your drive times are right about normal around most of the area, but be wary of flooded streets still hanging around. With First Alert Traffic, I'm Jason Ryan.
Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Hattie. Will has brought the dramatic music back for this morning because this weekend in theaters, a team of Israeli spies are setting out to hunt down a Nazi 15 years after the end of World War II.
Operation Finale is based on real-life events, which makes it even more fascinating. And here with a preview is Will. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you. Good morning. Yes, the film in question, however, is said to take more than a few liberties in its dramatization of what really happened, but nonetheless, it's an incredibly compelling story. I mean, I can't go wrong with Ben Kingsley.
I have a lead on the great enemy of our people, Adolf Eichmann.
The architect of the final solution?
The trail went cold in 46. Latest intelligence suggests Buenos Aires.
Oscar Isaac stars as the man responsible for hunting down Hitler's deadliest lieutenant, Adolf Eichmann.
We need an elite crew.
I'm not joining your hit squad.
I would happily put a bullet in between his eyes, but that's not what we're doing here. This is strictly catch and extract.
Eichmann will stand trial here in Israel.
If you fail, he escapes justice.
Operation Finale is rated PG-13.
I beg you, do not fail.
It's kind of timely because just last week or 2 weeks ago, the U.S. extradited the oldest remaining Nazi here in the United States back to Germany.
Yeah, it's a crazy timing there.
An intense trailer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stakes are pretty high. Now, kind of switching gears here. I know I kind of saved my reviews for Monday afternoon, but I got a little something special to review today.
You know, no one likes this weather. You can't drive, you can't walk, you got to take little baby steps. Well, you know what they say, even babies got to fall sometimes.
The ghost story at St. Mary's College is not the only ghost story that's going on in Winona. There's a ghost story that is at Winona State University as well. Now here to join us to tell us a little bit about Christopher.
Super hunk. Look at that guy. Super graceful.
Tom Cruise, Mission Impossible 6, had nothing on that ball. Let me just say.
I do my own stunts, Will. I bet you didn't know that.
The performances, the cinematography, the writing.
Pristine.
Don't leave out the hair.
The hair.
There's some serious
Looking
hair going on right
good.
Still the baby fat. I give that my highest rating yet. 6 Adam Strikers out of 5 Adam Strikers.
Remember me when you win the Oscar, right?
Thank you for everything. Yeah, that was good seeing you. Miss our chats.
Thanks for playing around along, Will. Appreciate it.
All right, Hattie is expecting clouds throughout the morning and a chance for some rain later today as well. She'll update the forecast when News 3 This Morning continues.
When I think of principles, I think of you. You are one of the most principled people I've ever known, let alone a principled journalist.
We saved a donut for you, 3 days old, so come by soon before it molds. And we'll throw another log in the campfire if we shoot another creepy coolie region.
Good morning and happy Friday. We have mainly dry weather through the area today, but rain chances increase tonight, and alert days are in the forecast for tonight into Saturday for the risk for severe weather as well as heavy rain across southern Wisconsin. As you know, we definitely don't need any more rain, but unfortunately Mother Nature is bringing it our way again today. Severe weather outlook indicates a slight risk area for the western half of the state and much of central Wisconsin. So if you are traveling today to a holiday destination for the long weekend, keep this in mind. Chances for rain across the entire state, especially later on today into tonight. This morning, we start with a little bit of rain in northwestern Wisconsin. Those showers and thunderstorms not severe at this hour, but there is the potential for some strong to severe thunderstorms later tonight. Chances for rain here in southern Wisconsin stay very low through the day today. You can see through about 10 o'clock, 30% or less chance for rain. Rain chances really ramp up after midnight, with rain becoming likely with showers and thunderstorms overnight tonight. Here's a look at your extended forecast then. We're into the 80s with chances for rain continuing through the weekend right into next week. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you very much, Hattie. 6:23 right now. An award-winning brewer from Stevens Point is bringing a new tap room with some scientifically based beer here to Madison. They started building the Delta Beer Lab earlier this week just off the Beltline on Badger Road. It's on the south side of the city. Tim Piotrowski says opening up a brewery has been his dream for years. He's been working in the industry the last decade to make it happen. He's going to offer 10 to 12 types of beer and space for food truck vendors to sell what they make as well. The Delta Beer Lab will also have a designated area for local nonprofits to talk about what they do. That beer lab is expected to open in January.
Getting around the Capitol Square is about to get a little more complicated as they set up for Taste of Madison. The big event kicks off tomorrow afternoon. There are hundreds of food options from dozens of different restaurants and food carts. And new this year, the traveling Lambeau Field Live exhibit will be downtown. This is part of the Packers' 100-year anniversary. That exhibit includes free games, a virtual reality experience, and a Lambeau leap wall. All right, there is a newfound star in Rock County, and he walks only on two paws.
So we first talked to you earlier this week about Rex. He is a rescue dog from Houston that now has a forever home in Janesville. Rex has a birth defect that forces him to kind of hop around on his hind legs like a kangaroo.
It is amazing. It is amazing to watch this. And more than 10,000 applicants went in for this. He is now in the top 10. Top 10 for People Magazine's World's Cutest Dog Rescue Contest. And how could you not with that face you just saw there? There's a year's supply of dog food and a professional photo shoot at stake here, folks. Plus, Rex could get $1,000 to donate to the nonprofits that helped him find a loving family.
Being disabled, certainly he's not disposable. He has a wonderful life. He loves life. And we're just the lucky ones to be able to provide him a family and a home.
Okay, you have until midnight tonight to vote for Rex. If you have, and we have a link over on our website, channel3000.com/links.
Vote early, vote often. Our producer, Melissa Bailing's going to have more on Rex's story.
Look at that
on
sweetie.
Live at 4.
So cute.
That's a cute dog.
Yeah.
All right, 6:25 right now. Inmates in the Dane County Jail are going to be able to read books on a tablet pretty soon. We're going to tell you about that new program when News 3 this morning comes right back.
What I admired so much and just sat in awe of was his ability to connect with people and learn things about every single person that nobody else knew. It was the greatest blessing ever to have the opportunity to work with him. I don't think anybody will ever walk in here with his skill set ever again.
Okay.
Rock County prosecutors are reconsidering their decision not to charge a woman for stabbing a man to death. We'll tell you why in moments.
And we're live from Camp Randall this morning ahead of the Badgers home opener. Fans are ready and excited, some maybe a little too much, how University Police are planning to tackle a day full of pre-games and underage drinking.
This is News 3 This Morning.
Good morning and welcome to the final half hour of News 3 This Morning, 6:29 on this Friday, August 31st, our last day with our friend here, Adam Schrager.
Thank you for that. Thank you for all the people who are
sharing
memories and whatnot this morning. It's very nice. Let's go outside, though. To Hattie McLean right now, who is the most important person here because she's got a Badger game day forecast. Good morning, Hats.
Good morning. Well, I don't know if I'm the most important, but do you notice something different in the backyard weather patio? Behind me?
Oh, nice. Other way. There you go.
There we go. We have the Badger banner up. It is game day here in Madison, and we have a pretty nice forecast coming up. We'll get all those details in just a second. Let's show you, though, that it is an alert day, mainly tonight into Saturday. Most of the day is going to be dry today, but there is a risk for severe thunderstorms and some very heavy rain across southern Wisconsin over the next 24 hours. Our temperatures this morning, we're in the 50s in most spots. It's actually a pretty nice start to the day. 58 here in Madison, 59 in the Dells, 57 in Janesville, some 60s to the west. Our day planner temperatures and sky conditions show you that through 8 p.m., mainly dry across southern Wisconsin. There's an outside chance for a shower or two, but most areas will stay dry as highs climb into the upper 70s. And now for that game day forecast, Camp Randall tonight. Western Kentucky Hilltoppers come into town taking on the Badgers. Here's a look at those temperatures and conditions. It'll be a little breezy with a south wind. Kickoff temp right around 75, dropping only to 73 with clouds in the area by the fifth quarter. Again, mainly dry. Rain chances increase after midnight tonight. Okay, now let's get a look at your traffic. I imagine traffic is going to be very busy downtown later on today, but right now there still is a vehicle fire being reported on the interstate. Probably moved off to the side at this point because we're not seeing any delays near that accident or near that incident this morning. No other accidents to report around the Madison area. Your drive time's looking good at this hour. That's your first alert traffic.
Thank you very much, Hattie. It's 6:31 right now. A Madison man's facing attempted murder charges after reportedly burning his former girlfriend's current partner. We're talking about Matthew DeJesus. So those new charges were filed this week against him. The incident happened back in June outside of his apartment on Madison's west side after a 6-hour standoff with officers. Prosecutors say the 31-year-old DeJesus intended to attack his former girlfriend with chemicals, but poured them on her current boyfriend when the two went to pick up a dress of hers at their old apartment. He is expected back in court next month.
A Rock County teenager is in jail this morning accused of raping a teenage girl at a Clinton park. The Janesville Gazette is reporting 17-year-old Carson Loback could face up to 60 years in prison if he's convicted of first-degree sexual assault of a child under the age of 16. Prosecutors say that Loback had already been convicted earlier this year on another sexual assault case. Now, a Rock County judge ordered him be held on a $5,000 bond.
The Rock County District Attorney may be rethinking his decision not to charge a woman who stabbed her partner to death. The mother of the victim told the Janesville Gazette for reporting today that numerous witnesses have come forward to show the DA previously threatening messages from Serena Stone to Robert Thomas Jr. before the night she killed him. Thomas's mom and other relatives met with DA David O'Leary for roughly 2 hours on Thursday. Stone was originally arrested on murder charges, but let go 2 days later when the DA said there was evidence of domestic violence in the relationship. Thomas's family and friends protested earlier this week. You're seeing video of that in front of the county courthouse that the DA's decision had been racist in nature because Stone is white and Thomas is black.
Dane County inmates will soon have access to tablets in jail. The sheriff's department told the Cap Times that the tablets will only be loaded with educational and productive apps. There will be a charge, though, to inmates if they want to access things like email or music streaming services. According to the Cap Times, the Rock County Jail has been using tablets in a similar way for the past couple years.
So a lot of Badger fans are thinking national championship potentially this year. Lee Corso from ESPN actually predicting him to win it all. The season starts tonight, 8 o'clock against the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers.
So classes at the UW haven't started quite yet. Everyone is pretty much moved in, so the late kickoff leaves a lot of time for pregame festivities. Christina Laurie is live inside Camp Randall this morning with how University Police plan to handle fans who aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing. Good morning, Christina.
Good morning, Danica and Adam. University police say, of course, they understand that fans and students want to have fun. They're going to drink. They just stress the importance of doing so legally and responsibly. They remind everyone that no alcohol is allowed here inside the stadium, but police will be there. They say they won't be walking around, though, with breathalyzers testing every fan. But if your wild behavior makes you stick out, they will test you and you might have to pay up. A first-time underage drinking offense warrants a $250 fine, and the price only goes up from there.
There's procurement violations. There's disorderly conduct that often stems from having too much to drink. So there's there's the possibility that your season ticket will be revoked if you are caught in a serious enough violation. And we work with athletics and the Dean of Students office to help enforce that. So there are a variety of consequences out there.
University police say they hope they never have to go there and fans can just come out to Camp Randall and have a great time on game day, or rather game night. Now, a few other reminders with the chance of rain in tonight's forecast. It's important to remember you are not allowed to bring an umbrella inside the stadium. If you do bring one to the game, you'll be asked to leave it outside in a bin, and there's no guarantee you'll get it back. Also, last year's clear bag policy is still in effect. This is an example of a bag that is you're able to bring in no larger than 12 inches by 12 inches and completely clear. Also, one final note, it's going to be a big headache getting out here to the game. The roads closed because of flooding plus construction. Police suggest you leave an extra hour to get to the game. But besides that, it's supposed to be a great game tonight. Badger home opener. We're excited for it.
Always fun.
Yeah, getting out of the neighborhood is going to be equally challenging. All right, Christina, Lori, thank you.
So there will be extra Dane County deputies out tonight and through the weekend, specifically looking for people who might be driving under the influence. There will be 9 additional deputies on patrol between 6 p.m. today and 3 a.m. tomorrow. This is part of the Drive Sober or Get Pulled Over campaign. There's a special Drive Sober app that you can download to help you find a ride on mass transit or a taxi. Last year, more than 160 people died in alcohol-related crashes here in Wisconsin. 6:36 right now. Tennis, biking, pickleball. Who says having a new heart means you can't win gold medals? We'll introduce you to one of the athletes proving that wrong next on News 3 This Morning.
I know that with Adam leaving, the viewers will miss him as a journalist, but those of us who have known him for a number of years and won't get a chance to see him quite as often, we're going to miss him as a friend. Good luck, Adam.
All right, welcome back. We always ask you to share your morning with us, and here's just a little taste of our morning every morning. This is the crew that makes the magic happen. Leah made us get together for this picture, and now we know why. So we wanted to make sure you got to see our crew before that guy, that tall guy in the middle, unfortunately leaves it. So
everybody you see there is responsible for actually making what happens every
we
day.
just talk. It's
Right.
those people are
Thank
the
you
people
to
that
all
matter.
of them.
Yeah.
Make sure that, please, that you send in your pictures. So put them on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, so Leah and Danica going forward can pick them and show them off right here on the program.
We still like Koshkonong pictures. We still like flower pictures. Whatever
Linda
you can-
Watson, our friend,
Yeah.
sent me one of this morning, the sunrise there. It's beautiful.
Excited for that. All
Thank
right,
you.
6:40 right now. Madison area Oregon recipients are taking full advantage of the gifts they've received. They're competing in national competitions. A team of nearly 60 organ transplant recipients and donor families represented Team Wisconsin at the Transplant Games of America in Utah earlier this month. So one of the goals is to draw attention of how important it is to be an organ donor. It was the first year competing for 16-year-old Josh Garretts, who you saw there. He just got a new heart in October and took home 3 gold medals, along with double lung recipient Mel Zeck. About 2,000 people in Wisconsin are still waiting for a life-saving transplant. So if you want more information, go to donatelife.org. The next transplant games will be held in New Jersey in 2020. 6:41 right now. Areas north of Madison could be getting even more rain tonight, and those folks really just don't need right now. Hattie's looking ahead to flash flood warnings. Her forecast is next.
First, though, it is August 31st, and we want to say happy early birthday to Roman and all of the kids turning 3 today. Thanks so much for letting us help you celebrate right here on News 3 this morning.
Good morning. I'm meteorologist Hattie McLean. The first alert weather forecast for Friday night football tonight actually looking pretty good. I know there are rain chances in the area, but it looks like they're going to hold off until after midnight tonight. So for football games, for the high schoolers and for the college teams, not bad tonight. 76 degrees at kickoff at 7 o'clock, 74 at the fourth quarter. So not seeing a big cool down in the temperatures this evening, just mostly cloudy skies and a breezy south wind expected. Here's your severe weather outlook, though. That slight risk area does get into western Wisconsin, so plan on the risk for severe weather later on today. Right now, some storms ongoing. These storms to our north are not going to bother us. It looks like this batch of storms to the south is going to maybe clip southern Wisconsin, but most of it will stay to the south for the time being. Later on tonight, again after midnight, that's when our best chances for rain here in southern Wisconsin are, and this could be a heavy rain event. Tonight into tomorrow are alert days for the area. 1 to 3 inches of rain possible. That could cause problems with flooding in some of those areas. You can see those rain totals, again, heaviest from Madison and points to the south. The National Weather Service, though, has issued a flash flood watch for areas north of Dane County that will be extremely sensitive to any additional rain. That starts at 10 o'clock tonight. Our temperatures are in the 50s this morning in most spots. It's a very comfortable start to the day. If you want to plan your activities today, some sunshine early on, giving way to clouds as we head towards the lunch hour. Temperatures will top in the mid to upper 70s today. You see most of the area dry. Chances for rain mainly to the north. Otherwise, our chance for rain then really increasing after midnight tonight. Showers and thunderstorms early on Saturday, and then again another round possible later on in the afternoon and evening. Here's a look at that extended forecast then. We have temperatures that will climb into the 80s for the upcoming holiday weekend, warming up and turning more humid around here as well. You should know that the humidity will increase. Highs will be in the 80s through the start of next week. Here's a look at our pet walk forecast. Look at Riley.
Hunting wabbits.
Looking for wabbits.
That's good
There's
stuff.
a small chance for rain at 3, but very small.
That's good stuff.
He's got some cover, so it's good.
There you go. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Morning Sprint is coming up next, but first, on his last day with us, we did want to look back on just a little bit of Adam's time here at News 3.
You all right there, Sparky?
Yeah, I'm all right. I'll get it together. All right, here we go in 3, 2. Morning, everyone, and welcome to News 3 this morning. 6 o'clock right now on a very sticky. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to News 3 this morning. Welcome to News 3 this morning. Morning, everyone, and welcome to News 3 this morning. Very cheesy Wednesday.
Best day ever.
Adam Schrager joins us now with more. Adam.
I wish I could tell people.
No free money.
No free money. I wish I could tell people there was. But
Called for action to help solve their problems. Adam Schrager, he joins us, working the night shift.
2 weeks. Final look at Bob's forecast is coming up next.
She's been looking to pound me all morning, but first.
Adam Schrager is here this afternoon with our Call for Action segment. Hello.
Good afternoon. This was not on the schedule, MJ. This was not on the schedule.
2, 1. It's nice music under there.
I didn't play that as well as I could have.
It was well
Next
read.
time, no.
Thanks, darling. Thanks, darling.
Next time we'll get some nice music.
Just hit delete, darling.
6:51, time now for the morning sprint. Hattie has a flash flood watch for parts of our area tonight, but she says the rain should hold off for the Badger game.
Speaking of that game, Christina Laurie is live at Camp Randall to share how police are getting ready for the home opener. But we start in Sauk County, where there is more rain expected tonight into tomorrow. A couple different rounds, actually. At least 25 people right now are out of their homes across the county this morning. The towns of Rock Springs and North Freedom are seeing 10 to 20 feet of water overflowing from the Baraboo River. The National Guard will be back in North Freedom today filling sandbags for people who are threatened by that rising water. A lot of areas are inaccessible, and some, as you can see from the video, there are already underwater.
Governor Scott Walker will be at the Baraboo City Hall this afternoon to talk about flooding in Sauk County. He was in Fond du Lac County yesterday to tour the damage there. The National Weather Service has now confirmed 15 tornadoes that touched down Tuesday across the state. The most powerful was an EF2 tornado in Brownsville. That's about 13 miles south of Fond du Lac in Dodge County.
Federal bankruptcy judge says the University of Wisconsin-Oshkosh needs to pay $15 million to cover the debts of the school's private foundation. The judge said letters from former school administrators promising to bail out the foundation are enforceable contracts. The foundation got underwater financially trying to develop 5 building projects in the area. Those former administrators are now facing criminal charges for misusing taxpayer money.
The Rock County District Attorney may be rethinking his decision not to charge a woman who stabbed her partner to death. The mother of the victim in that case told the Janesville Gazette that numerous witnesses have come forward to show previously threatening text messages from Serena Stone to Robert Thomas Jr. before the night she killed him. Now, Thomas's family and friends protested earlier this week in front of the county courthouse, saying the DA's decision had been racist in nature because Stone is white and Thomas is black.
And our forecast today does include an alert day for tonight into Saturday for the concern for severe thunderstorms as well as some heavy rain across southern Wisconsin. Now, most of the day will be dry today, especially through the afternoon into the evening. Rain chances really ramp up after midnight tonight, with rain becoming likely during the overnight hours.
Thank you, Hattie. In environmental news, there's a new report out predicting an extreme demand for frac sand in western Wisconsin in the near future. The data estimates the frac sand industry will grow from a $4 billion business to a $6 billion business each year within the next 5 years as demand for domestic oil production grows. That sand is used with the wells to extract the oil from underground. The government estimates America's crude oil drilling to reach record levels in each of the next 2 years.
Researchers say a glacier on the western coast of Greenland is melting at record speeds and faster than normal over the past 20 years. Now, this specific glacier alone is responsible for raising the global sea level by 1 millimeter since the year 2000.
So traffic on a Badger game day is always pretty much a nightmare, but flooding and construction is going to make getting to Camp Randall even more challenging tonight. The university is encouraging drivers to give themselves an extra hour in order to get to the game. There's flooding on the east side of the isthmus. If you're coming in from the west side, Monroe Street's down to 1 lane. We do have some helpful links for how you can get to the game over on channel3000.com.
It's Badger game day, and University Police are preparing for rowdy crowds ahead of tonight's season opener at Camp Randall. Kickoff isn't until 8 o'clock, so university officers are aware many students and fans will participate in a day filled of drinking. They emphasize the importance of drinking responsibly and legally, reminding fans that a first offense fine for underage drinking can cost you $260 minimum. Like last season, all fans can only bring clear bags into the stadium, and with the chance of rain in tonight's forecast, a reminder that no umbrellas are allowed inside.
Thank you very much, Christina. Road work around Wisconsin will stop this morning to help out with the Labor Day weekend traffic. A number of state highways across 7 different counties, though, are still closed due to flooding. So a reminder, please do not drive around barricades or through standing water. We will continue to update the latest traffic information throughout the weekend on the Channel 3000 First Alert Weather and Traffic app.
So it's supposed to get really busy around noon. It is 6:56 right now. Let's get a check on our First Alert traffic with Josh Tim. Good morning, Josh.
Hey, guys. The westbound side of the Beltline continuing to pick up now, but so far just looking at a few brake lights between Stoughton Road and West Broadway. If you're heading eastbound, make sure you have the shades today. The sun is out and very bright if you're heading in that direction. Plan on some extra delays on inbound John Nolan today between 9 and 3. There will be some lane closures for shoreline reconstruction along the lake and other main routes leading into Madison. They're cruising along at the usual speeds with no crashes or delays. With your First Alert traffic, I'm Josh Tim.
Thanks, Josh. Have a good weekend.
Thanks, guys.
And here's a look outside this morning. Nice sunrise in Platteville.
Wow.
Adam, had to pick this for your last day.
Yeah.
Sun is up. Queen Bee Radio Skycam. We're looking at chances for rain not until later on today. Most of the day, dry with highs in the upper 70s.
Not a bad day to end on,
No,
buddy.
not at all.
All right, we've got a very important last thing to do here.
This is tradition.
This
on
is
the
tradition.
morning show. Anytime you leave this shift.
There's the hat.
Are you guys going to
Hattie,
wear the goggles?
I'll let you do the
So
goggles.
if you turn it, it's easier to just
Okay,
smash it.
why don't
this
you?
way.
Oh, you doing
I
the
thought
goggles?
Adam was going to wear the
Yeah,
goggles.
I don't need to wear the goggles. I've got one
all
reach.
right. I'll
You should
pour the
wear it.
goggles. Okay.
All right, I'm smashing this.
All right.
Everybody, thank you so much for everything. Here we go. Done.
That felt. How good did that feel?
It'll feel better on Tuesday morning.
I might just sport these for a while here. It's a good look. It is a good look.
Here's
good.
to more sleep,
Yeah.
Adam.
Thank
you
you.
deserve it.
Thank you
very
again
much.
so much for everything that
Thank
you've
you
done
for everything.
on this show and for the program at large, for this station. We'll miss you.
Yeah, we will.
I'm gonna
We
miss
miss
both of you.
But best of luck. We know good things are coming.
Yeah, we'll see you.
You back?
Yeah, we
Not
will
going
definitely
anywhere.
see you. We'll bother you a lot.
Please.
Maybe memes.
I'll be sending you memes every morning, very early.
Nice.
Be sure to turn your phone on mute at night.
Okay. I'm particularly happy that the Badger forecast is going to be pretty good
Yeah,
tonight.
it is
Yeah,
going to be pretty
It
good.
does look pretty nice. Looks like that rain should hold off.
That's excellent. All right, we will have full coverage of that game and highlights. You know we'll have all of it coming our way on News 3. Have a good one.